the twilight, I feel I'm rising. Though up below me, can see you crying. And there's a whisper, they look like angels, but I won't follow. No, I will stay here. If only you knew that I'm still here with you, still here with you. If only you knew that I'm still here with you, still here with you. There's so much beauty, everything's vibrant, and there's music in the silence, but it really hurts me to see you crying. I'm high above you, wish you could see me flying. If only you knew that I'm still here with you, still here with you. If only you knew that I'm still here with you, still here with you. If only you knew that I'm still here with you, still here with you.
Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. Today in this stream we are going to be playing some more Minecraft BagelMaster Builder. Now for those of you who have not seen the previous 48 streams, I highly recommend checking them out. Last stream, what do? We finished the forest biome, or not the forest biome. I think that's what we're going to end up calling it. We also, right, okay, we finished placing the trees in the forest biome. And then on top of that, we also added some cool new structures in the biome that I've been meaning to add, such as we added a blacksmith and a cool fountain area, which I think might be my most favorite place on the map so far. Okay, is that perfect? Okay. So yeah, last stream, got all of the trees over here done. And that was awesome. The whole biome looks amazing, especially now that there are trees everywhere here. One day we will have trees for the rest of this area, however, they're going to be custom trees, hopefully. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Anyways, blacksmith shop we made here. And then this area, this looks so cool to me. And then we have this cool area, so you can find a way through cave system, and then it's just like a real nice relaxing area. Anyways, this stream, what are we doing? Okay. So, I think what we're going to do is work on pathways. Because I do want to add a pathway around that area, however I can't due to the fact of I still don't know what the castle is going to look like completely, because I'm trying to save that for the very last stream. So I don't know what it's going to look like completely, and if it'll overlap the pathway if I do the pathway now. Anyways, we're just going to connect a pathway from here hold up. Let's... There we go. We're going to connect the pathway from here all the way to the pathway over there, as well as making it go down the ramp here and connecting to the merchant outpost. So... Which way do we want to work on it from? You know what, let's work on it from over here first. I think I made the right call on changing the pathway for this biome. I mean, I think this pathway would have been fine. However, having a unique pathway for this biome definitely makes it feel more unique, I think. Oh yeah, I need to check out what the view looks like from the tower real quick. Okay, that's nice. You're able to see a bit more than I thought would be visible. So that's nice. Okay, anyways, let's stop getting distracted. I'm just going to do the first layer and like first layer of packed mud, and then we'll come back and texture it later. That way we can focus more on that. I'm glad we've now learned to make our turns wider than what we have been, because otherwise it looks a bit weird. Well, do I need them to be wider? I think I do. If we get this done relatively, if we get this done relatively quickly, I guess what we should do would be start, well, I guess fix that area over there to actually have that all done by the river, and then I don't really know what else to do. So maybe we'd start working on the next biome. Or, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna... Sorry, I'm a bit sick. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is every stream from now on, we're going to start working on adding custom trees. Because doing that for multiple stream series non-stop, or not stream series, but streams non-stop, that's going to feel repetitive, and it will take a while. I know I said I want to save the trees as the second to last thing before I do the castle. However, I feel like if we do the trees, then the map's going to look nicer, and it doesn't make everything as painful as what it was going to be. Because we're going to have to do multiple streams on just trees, multiple streams on doing the walls around the city, or around the castle. And then on the outside, we have to make it as if it was all in a mountain that was carved out. So, oof, this project is very far from done. And then we have all the dungeons and the arena and all sorts of things we still have to do. Yeah, I think having it wider makes it look a lot better now. This road is winding a lot more than I thought it would. There we go. I think this looks good. I don't know. Maybe I'll like it more when I texture it. That's 5. That's 6. Yeah, sorry. I was hoping that would turn better, however, I guess that's fine for now. Wait, that's 5. Okay. Okay. So far, everything's looking quite well, actually. Okay, but before I continue, I'll be right back. Okay. There we go. Okay. Uh, okay, now all we have to do is wrap it to the tower entrance over there, and then texture the pathway, and then we are done with the main goal of the stream. Other goals would include uh, finishing like some of that area, like there's a huge hole right there, and maybe adding some of our very first trees. So yeah, I guess let us continue. Oh yeah, what does it look like down here now? That is a large, dark area. Okay, well, we have a lot of the pathway done for the entire map. We have a lot of the entirety of the pathway done. Okay, so, I guess now all we need to do is texture the pathway, and then we'll see what else we have to do later. Is that too far away? That is too far away. If we add trees to anywhere this stream, I think it'll be in like this section here, and maybe along the rim up there. That way we can start to get a feel of what the forest down here and around the area is going to look like. So far, so good, I think. I wonder if I should add another biome. Because I did like having a different and unique biome to work on over here. And a biome over there would be kind of cool, but then it'd be kind of like a quarter of the map is this, quarter of the map is that, and then half the map is forest. And again, I guess there's a mountain biome right here. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, next up is Pig Step, followed by Creator and Precipice. Or is it Precipice? Have I been pronouncing that wrong? I'm sure I have. I should look up the definition for, or not the definition, the pronunciation for that after the stream. Did I texture that? Okay, I did. I don't know why I started playing that when there's background music playing. I keep placing the packed mud on accident, which is very annoying. Okay, we added another secret fish. It's been a while since we've added one. I will say that probably my least favorite part of this stream series so far has been making the pathways, making them and texturing them. However, the end result is really good and I really like it. I know most people probably won't be using the pathways, but still adds some, like, life to the map. Is this the hardest tower? It is. Okay. Very nice. And we completed it right around when we usually end our streams, which is weird. However, I don't think I'm going to end the stream. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in that area as well as add some trees. You know, figure out how to make them hopefully look nice. Okay. I'm gonna try and keep it up a little over here, that way it makes it seem like it's harder for the river to, you know, change course and actually just go, basically I'm trying to make it as if there's so much certain things that the only way for it to go down and make a lake was over here. Trying to make it seem like the Podzol and Grass are fighting for supremacy. That way, it looks better at the border. Okay, well, now that that's done, actually, this is a big flat area, might as well make it go up even higher here. I had my brother come in and judge my world, and he said that the area seems a bit flat. My excuse was, at least for over here, is that I want a certain area around the castle to be flat because I don't know like how much I'm going to be building outwards around the castle. I also might plan on having garden and things, which I didn't say to him. But anyways, uh, he insisted that it looks too flat, so my goal is to try and make the area around the castle look a lot less flat. And on top of that, Y level 60 is the height, or like the main height of the world, so most of the terrain hangs around Y level 60. And when I realized that he is probably right that it's a bit flat. I know the Force fixes it quite a bit, but still, it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. Well, guess trees. Now, how do I want to do this? So originally, I was just gonna have like kind of like a bonsai tree design. However, I realize that that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, simple tree. What else? How can I make trees look better? These trees are very bad. Um, okay, what would be a good base for a tree? But a tiny tree. So these are the roots going into the ground. We don't need the roots in the ground. The main thing is that the leaves are, I think, what's making it feel not tree-like enough. Maybe I just need to make trees in random ways, kind of like how I've done so far. And that is what will make the place feel better. This is supposed to be my dream master builder, so I'm trying to improve upon as many aspects of my building style as possible. However, some things I have not really been improving. Specifically, tree building skills. I don't know about the mountain. Mountain might be fine. What else? I thought... I think it's mainly just trees that I need to build. Statues as well. I'm not very good at building statues. And, you know, certain forms of terrain, specifically mountains and archways. Okay, I'm typically against looking up videos on how to build stuff. However, I'm gonna look up some custom trees real quick. Custom trees, Minecraft. Okay, those are giant. Custom tiny trees. Okay, well, most of these videos are not helpful because they're either giant trees or like trees that have not, like trees that don't have any leaves on them. Like they're meant to look like they were struck by lightning or something and died out. But otherwise, from what I've seen, most of the trees, I would say that my trees are decent compared to a lot of the other trees that I saw, so... did I? I don't remember accidentally destroying that. Okay, this isn't terrible. Hmm. I think the worst part about building in this map is that anytime I do try and look up tutorials, I think the only other time I looked up tutorials was for that tree, is that they're not typically fitting the theme or vibe I'm trying to go for. What is the theme or vibe I'm trying to go for? I don't know. However, typically, it is not the one I'm looking for. Okay, that's not terrible. Okay, the tiniest trees that I am going to make are 4 block tall with 2 leaves on each side and 1 on top. Those are the tiniest I'm willing to make. Ooh, secret fish tree. Good to know. How are watchtowers going to make a difference in foresty biomes? I'm not 100% sure. However, watchtowers I've done are already kind of built, so... yeah. Okay, so far I don't think it looks terrible. However, I feel like there is much room to be improved. Anyways... I think... Here, I'll do one or two more trees here. Hmm. In one of the videos I watched, these were the simple trees that they were making. So, I guess this is going to be like absolute tiniest we are going to be making. Anyways, I mean, it's not bad. And with all the other trees around them, it definitely makes it harder to notice how imperfect, not imperfect. I don't know. I mean, each individual tree doesn't look great. However, grouped all together like this, it looks quite good, I would say. At least it looks pretty good. So yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to end the stream here. We've gotten quite a lot done today. We got the pathways done, and we also got the some trees done, which is cool. Anyways, I want to say thank you for watching. I'll see y'all later. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and comment which kind of stream you'd like to see me do next. Also, if you'd like to play with me or other members of the Bagel Army, please join my Discord server. Link is in the description. And without further ado, have a bagular day. Bye, guys.